Stream Machine go. Stream Machine live now. Hey, Matthias, Austin, Divinity, Molten Amber, OCDE, and Lucky 7. Welcome to Grubhub. Place of adventure and fun. Labor.
He was a joke machine, did a real big stream.
What does this guy want? Build decorations? Yeah, sure, I'll build decorations. After I collect my bones. 66 bones. 67 bones. I gotta send people out.
I like that they all move perfectly in sync.
Yeah, well, you know, it makes sense to make the rig simple like this so you can have character variety without it being like a horrible budgetary issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of these people are so tired that sending them out's a death trap, but I also don't want to send out, yeah, they're exhausted. I don't want to send out high-level people because if they die, it'll inconvenience me a little bit. So we're sending out Dr. Dick. 81%'s not great odds, but we'll take it. The high-level ones I use for other things. Oh, Babar can definitely go out. Let's send him out for Bone. Oh, Babar doesn't die. Hello, Babar. Babar, that elephant. How many like people do you think he had executed?
Enough.
Yeah, Babar had the problem. Babar was surely up to some crazy stuff. I have no doubt. Okay, build a decoration, they said. It'll be fun, they said. I'll show them a decoration. Oh, I gotta build 2 more. Okay. What's the other ones then? Oh, that costs bones. I like bones. There we go. These are cheap enough.
Hi, Matthias. Hi, Ooh. Hi, Livy Lulu. Hi, Soulstruck. Hi, Lucky.
Hell yeah. Brian reading chat. Between stuff in his face. How dare you eat food? I'm gonna make a Brian character. I'm gonna have him make it have sex with another character called, like, I don't know, someone you wouldn't like. Wow, that would be messed up though.
The helmet character.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that actually, now that you mentioned it, that would be the way to go, wouldn't it? Okay.
I assume we're always being shipped.
I gotta play drums. Flirth, I think you're in the cult, but if you're not, we'll get you back. Solo. You owe me queso dip. How we doing on things? Everybody's a little sad. That's okay. We're gonna have somebody confess their sins.
Oh, fuck.
The Grubhub Chub. You have to confess his sins. You want to be a Snagoo? We'll get everybody. We'll get more characters in. Hell yeah. You don't even have to have the town built up this much. It's just fun to do, really. I guess I got reasons. We're gonna like 100% it, right? Fun fact, that dog Poppy is based off of a deceased dog from the developers. So I made him immortal.
Huh.
Just to make sure nothing bad happens. Now I gotta do a sermon. They like it. You gotta keep your little animal friends happy, you see. I love my best friends through thick and thin. We've always been together. We're 12 of a kind, having fun all day, running around and laughing away. We're best friends. Best friends are we.
Do they get like ASCAP payments for that?
It's a good question.
I know John DiMaggio gets a check every time you hear like do 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 do. Anytime.
Let's see what else can I make him do today. I'm gonna make him raise the dead, but it's gonna make him real sad. So what I should do is make him happier than raise the dead. If I have enough bones. Hell yeah, the temple's looking nice, Savannah. We're gonna keep upgrading it too. I wanna upgrade everything.
My Big Mac fell apart.
Oh man, now it's like a half Mac.
You know what? It's like having a second hamburger though.
Yeah, since your hamburger is cut diagonally, it looks bigger, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've seen arguments about that kind of thing, and I can't refute them, though. It's like, well, I mean, yeah, when you cut the sandwich obviously hamburgers are circles, so it doesn't work. But, you know, when you cut a sandwich diagonally, however.
Like a folded flag.
Yep. God bless it.
I cut my food into more pieces because it makes me feel like I ate more.
I like to take the pizzas from the dumpster because they're still good. They were just like, you know, mishandled, so it's fine.
Yeah, by human hand.
There's like a YouTube channel of people that were dumpster diving for pizzas and like stuff out of, you know, the back of grocery stores. And it looked empathetic at first, right? It's like, look at what they got to do to get by and just have some good meals. And then you learn they have like 8 foster kids and you realize, wait a minute. They're dumpster diving to get they're dumpster diving to get free food for the foster kids and then posting the videos on YouTube for ad revenue while they live and go do their and like, you know, live it up. It's like a Charles Dickens novel. Like, I hate to laugh at it too because it's fucking terrible, right? But
yeah,
it is kind of like a Charles Dickens novel.
In the UK, kids are actually smaller on the whole than like the rest of Europe.
By the way, hey Slingo. I'm good, hope you're good too. How about when you speak to the character, believe there's happy face symbol you can use to make them happy once a day. Oh yeah, it's good. Yeah, I can do it individually, but I have so many resources that I don't have to like micromanage them that hard. I just kind of like do what I want with them. Now we can have an orgy, or I could like choose someone to take on the sin of others, but I think I'm gonna raise someone from the dead instead.
So in the UK, children are smaller. So if we're ever gonna invade anywhere, we're gonna invade Great Britain.
if we're ever gonna have, if we're ever gonna deploy child soldiers against another country, we should deploy them against Britain since our kids are stronger.
Yeah, when they grow up to be adults, you know.
Oh, hey, there's Matthias. Let's bring Matthias back.
Yeah. Anyone hear the new AI George Carlin? It was great.
Yeah, Will Sasso's doing it.
Who's that?
He was the Mad TV. He did that really funny Randy Newman thing that I impersonated during our Toy Story phase.
Oh, yeah. Is that really him? The guy, is that the guy who's doing the Randy Savage impressions?
Oh man, I don't want to do this trait. Oh, whatever. Yeah, he did
really blown away by the
He did God, Kenny Rogers, Jackass. I'm Kenny Rogers, and this is Kenny Rogers, Jackass, and then they throw him around and stuff.
That's cool. I was watching that thing where it's like, Dudesy makes a George Carlin special, and then they were like, we don't know if this is ethically right, and then I looked and it's the same channel. It's them talking about the special that they made.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to make out of that other than it just seems like engagement bait, and I guess, you know, it's not like they're shooting new episodes of Mad TV or anything, so
they should make AI Mad TV episodes.
That'd be funny. If you really wanted to turn it around on him, but then again, I guess I'd be doing what he wants. It's like, hell yeah, I don't want to work at all. I want to do it.
He doesn't seem to want to. People get mad. You remember we saw the unfinished painting get finished by AI.
That one was artistic because as angry as that, art can make people angry, and in that case, yeah. Finishing a dead person's unfinished painting with the AI is very funny.
It's funny and it was rage bait, but there is something beautiful in my mind of the idea that humanity will find something that's unfinished and try to finish it regardless of intent. Like,
yeah, I don't care about what the artist wants.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, people were so eager to break the Steamboat Willie thing, right? But you could always draw Steamboat Willie. It was just whether or not you're gonna profit from it.
Right, but like, no one cares what Walt Disney wanted.
Yeah, I mean, and they'll come up with every excuse to not care. It's like, well, I would care about Walt Disney, but fuck him. I hate him. And it's like, okay, well,
I don't like what his company's become. It is sort of like that George Carlin thing where it's like, after the person dies, think of Jim Henson. Like, after he died, like, who gets to be your brand rep for your personality, for your legacy, you know? I'm fascinated by people who actually work for others.
I think after a point, you just gotta accept the fact that you just don't get control over what you make.
Yeah. Well, it's like if the South Park guys got mad about all the Tweak and Craig art instead of like embracing it.
It'd be like if it'd be like if anime companies started DMCAing people for drawing porn of the characters.
Yeah.
It'd be like, that's inappropriate. We don't want you drawing our characters like that. They'd be shooting themselves in the foot so hard because that would be alienating a very profitable demographic of their product.
I am amazed, like, Miyazaki hasn't made like there's not like some weird video of him going, I found out people are drawing porn of things I've made. I am so angry.
You know what? I don't think you're gonna find that because a lot of his old companions from the old days sure like them some porn, if you know what I'm saying.
That's true.
He's not gonna be like, I don't talk about that.
No, I was telling that to someone and I had to do some digging.
It's funny.
Like, of course. No, he's also the example of like why AI is bad. Because he said he considers it an affront to life itself. But if you look at it contextually, he's talking about like characters with missing limbs moving. It's like, I've had friends with missing limbs.
Where are they then? I'll bring them out.
Right, where are they?
Yeah, I don't believe him. He could totally be doing. He could absolutely be doing the "I have black friends" thing to us with that one, and be like, "Yeah, I can imagine what it's like to have a friend with a missing limb. Yeah, I got friends who don't have arms.
I've drawn many of them,
and they love it. No one draws armless people better than I do, because I just understand them so well."
Yeah. I get where he's coming from, but you know.
I'm Miyazaki. I'm so great.
Well, it's like that Simpsons thing that just happened where Homer's not strangling Bart anymore, and all the comments are like, I knew the show's woke leftist agenda, whatever it is. And of course, what really happened... They
immediately start chomping at the bit to be like, oh, of course they're cucking out.
I'm never watching The Simpsons again. I stopped watching in season, 4, and I'm not coming back anytime soon until they make it just for me.
Stupid sellouts. And it's like, oh, what was the whole story? Isn't it just an episode where it's like a...
He says it, and then later on he makes a joke like, and they believed me, or something like that. But Homer hasn't strangled Bart on screen in almost a decade.
I mean, I hate to say it, but as much as I wish we had as much as I wish the adpocalypse didn't happen, I get why you can't be like, and advertisers, you have to listen to what I say, and you have to advertise your product on my stupid doo-doo show. Like, where do you get off telling them what to spend their money on?
Well, and the other thing too is that I don't think it's very funny that Homer strangles Bart. I think it's way funnier when Bart manages to do it to Homer.
I think it's funny when Bart actually has it coming, when he does something that's, when he nearly murders Homer, where it's like really close to murder.
There's an episode that brought the whole thing into question. I remember a lot of YouTubers getting angry about it, but and I know just a stranger on the internet has no impact on what things actually mean, but when you type in The Simpsons and there's just some guy with his face looking disappointed, The Simpsons is ruined, that's the first thing you get when you Google it. That does have some effect on the show, but like the guy was saying how disappointed he was of the episode with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar where they pay Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to strangle Homer. And that's the whole premise. It's like, for every time Homer's strangled Bart, he has to get strangled. And then Bart just goes nuts and starts doing whatever he wants.
Well, the thing about The Simpsons is that it's written by Matt Groening, and if there's anything about him that I know, it's that he knows everything about hitting kids. He's great at it.
Takes responsibility for every frame.
Yep. He signed off on everything.
I watched an interview with the Simpsons animator who, like a board artist, and he snuck one dick into one scene. and he was like, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be so awesome, and people are gonna really laugh. And it got through storyboard approval. It got through director approval. It got sent over to Korea. It got drawn, and then they started coloring it, and they didn't know how to contact the animators, so they had to call the Fox, the building line. We have found a penis in The Simpsons and we need to talk to somebody. And so it had to go back down the ladder and then straight back up to get to him.
Wow.
And he was like, they basically said, nice try. If you ever do that again, you're fired forever.
I hope the person over at Rough Draft or wherever got a huge bonus for that one. saved the network a lot of money.
That's really funny.
Well, the FCC fine would be huge for that.
It's true. But they've done several episodes where Bart's naked on camera, and they're just
there's censorship limits, and with animation, the only thing you have to do to censor something is to simply not draw it, so it's very easy.
Yeah. There is an episode you can watch on Disney Plus with Full Frontal Bart, and they've never said anything about it because nobody watched the show past season 20. And the animators joked about it. And they're like, well, no one's ever going to see it. They don't watch the show.
That's pretty much how Aqua Teen in Space goes. Well, not that they had no oversight, but a lot of it was like what was it? The leprechauns or whatever. Shake says,
leprechaun?
The teeth are for gay people. That's why fairies come and get them. Like, they censored that line. It used to be uncensored. Now it's like you hear it's. That's why we're coming. Teeth are for people. That's why fairies come and get them. They said, I remember listening to the commentary and hearing they regretted those jokes. I was like, all right, fair enough.
Oh, that's funny.
I thought it was pretty. Like, the joke is that Shake is stupid.
I like. I like the. They did a Simpsons called Flaming Moe's, and I didn't get the wordplay. And then the joke being that Homer invented it, so it's called the Flaming Homer. But then Moe takes it, and he's like, "No, it's called the Flaming Moe." And those are both very funny wordplay jokes.
Yeah, Flaming Moe. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I'm not trying to explain that part. I just like that they could never do that again. But the whole joke is just them saying something grossly inappropriate for like 22 minutes.
Says you.
Woodsman, they show Bart's Willie in the movie, and if you're a eagle-eyed viewer in the Google Glass episode, which is one of my favorites, there's a scene where Homer's like going through his week, and there's a shot of Bart naked running, and for like one frame you can see like he's like a blur across the room.
I think it's more funny that people would be scrubbing through it frame by frame and like going, now I found a penis. Now you gotta get rid of that.
There it is.
What do you mean I'm the
That's
weirdo?
what I want. Someone had to draw that though. That's what I'm saying. That's what's weird to me. Do you find it or do you look for it?
Damn it, I didn't want to unlock this. I really shouldn't have done that. I don't know how to get out of this. Son of a bitch.
Also, Principal Skinner is named Armin Tamzarian. That's all my Simpsons trivia today. Thanks for watching.
Whatever. I hate that I'm stuck getting this after unlocking it, but here we are. Now my whole thing's ruined, but to get 100%, I gotta get all the dumb shit too, I guess. Damn it. My favorite Simpsons episode is the one where Homer shatters his femur.
He's just in horrible agony the whole episode. Just get Dan Castellaneta to scream like that for like 22 minutes.
Hell yeah.
I can never walk again.
Marge, the pain never stops, Marge.
Marge, the pain never stops.
Emily, the pain is glorious.
Forever. Oh, Homer, I don't know if I want to deal with that.
Oh, Mr. Squidward.
The pain never stops, Mr. Squidward.
The pain never stops, Mr. Smithers.
I've shattered me femur.
I broke me fucking leg, SpongeBob.
It's fun to watch Mr. Krabs walk, that little. But like, there is one episode where he actually walks like a normal person, and it's really off-putting.
Hell yeah, I got a bartender's vest because I'm over serving. They're gonna throw up so much after this. Jinyo just fucking had a heart attack and died.
They had a chance, well, they really did. Remember The Offspring? I do.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Remember Smashing Pumpkins?
I do. I really
do. Somebody took 1979 and the part where he goes,
put him on a roller coaster.
Downy. They just put him in front of a roller coaster, so he goes, wee.
They just held it. Yeah, it held so perfectly too. And we.
And we.
I remember The Offspring being the coolest thing in the world.
Speaking of the Offspring, I just made an Offspring.
Good job.
The Cinder of Burgers and Queso Dip. We're gonna call this one Brian because it's a frog.
Oh, so Brian Frog. I love it.
Makes sense to me.
Brian's pale.
I can't change that. Not yet.
That's funny.
Oh, you're actually a baby.
Ah, Brian's a baby.
Nurture child.
Hi, Hellbent. Can I get some nice compliments on my art? There you go.
You suck, you idiot. You're puking everywhere.
Brian's puking too much.
Vomiting and passing out.
That's Brian.
I feel like this place is getting out of hand.
My dad was telling me, he's like one of his earliest memories of me, and he goes, I remember you getting your first Otter Pop because you grabbed it out of my hands and started like shoving as much of it in your mouth as you could.
Hell yeah.
Like, would you like a taste of that? I'm like, give me that shit right now. Something about a selfish baby makes me laugh.
Not even selfish, just like, don't worry, I don't need help on this one. I got this.
Yeah.
I understand how the Otter Pop works. You can let go, surrender it.
What the concept of surrendering the Otter Pop?
I bought a friend. Judith Turner, you fell asleep in the most dumbass place. You need to get up and get out of here.
You have to hold interventions for these guys.
Move. Bastard, he
It's
ain't
like running
moving.
a Discord server.
So, who's this gonna be? My night's been good, Horror House Media. Thanks for asking.
How's your week been, Hellbent?
Does somebody being polite offend you that much, Brian?
No, I just wanted to ask.
How was your year?
Yeah. How's the last 10 years of your life been? Living
How
up
was
to
your childhood?
expectations? Yeah, I can't ask him those questions anymore. He starts shaking and crying.
Yeah. And then I answer.
Good. How were the first couple of years of your life? And then you go, how were the last couple of years? I think that answers it.
It is now Michael. now he's got a necklace. Pray for him. In the farms. I keep him on a pretty good supply of mushrooms and alcohol, but now with that one trait I picked up, they're gonna puke a lot after doing the mushrooms. It's gonna be unfortunate. Thankfully, though, the game has been updated and oh damn, they're gonna starve to death. Hold on. We're gonna go fight some stuff though. We can make them cook their own food too.
Is it ever daytime in this game?
Yeah, it's been daytime like multiple times.
Oh, okay. I feel like I see a lot of purple.
That's because you ain't looking at the screen at the time, Brian. You little dumb kid. I don't think people watching are looking at the screen the entire time. I wouldn't blame them.
That's also.
I don't think I'm looking at the screen the entire time. Chode Malode. It's probably really fun for somebody who's falling asleep.
Cool Hellbent Brian videos to fall asleep to. When are we gonna get to that status?
Brian, when you die, they're gonna really have fun with you.
They already have fun with me while I'm alive.
They're gonna make you do the Grubhub dance forever. Time to go to purgatory, I suppose.
Something to do. I think when I die, everyone's gonna really get the picture. They're gonna be like, "They're a really smart fella." No.
Really get the
if
picture.
If I can get people remembering me for 10 years after I die, and I mean family, that's enough, right?
No, I want statues. I want to be remembered forever and ever and ever.
Walt Disney will be remembered forever and ever.
Whether you want to or not.
I like that movie, that Floyd movie. What's his name? Floyd Norman, the Disney animator, where he points at the Walt Disney statue and goes, "He's not hunched over or coughing enough for this statue to make sense." I was like, that's all he did is he... That's another one of those
chance
like,
of no damage.
That's another one of those movies where you spend the whole time going like, man, if they just invented the computer faster. They had like catacombs. They had the frame girls to come in, take the frames, bring them through these underground catacombs, have them painted and then delivered back. It's like you had to build catacombs, but if you had one computer, you could just email a file. Those catacombs must still exist. Those like underground frame tunnels must still exist, right?
The Walt Disney tunnels? Probably.
The Walt Disney tunnels sounds like a completely separate issue.
Everybody loves their tunnels.
I've always wanted tunnels. I haven't quite made it that far in life.
I mean, hell, look at Minecraft.
I do like making tunnels in Minecraft. I like making houses
Right?
in Minecraft.
Like, you can't even deny that it's fun to make tunnels because Minecraft pretty much blows that out of the water. Of course, people love making tunnels.
I remember my cousin gave me my first copy of Minecraft, and it had all the mods pre-installed. So it had like mining lasers and stuff. And then I actually played it vanilla, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? You gotta pick those by hand? You can't just destroy giant chunks of matter with a laser beam?
Yeah, they don't really update that game very much.
And you know, it's gonna live forever though.
True. I think I'll be remembered longer than Minecraft.
That's not true.
Yeah, I did Planet Dolan, dude. Come on. For real.
That's true.
There's Minecraft, but I mean, come on. Top 10.
I wonder, I bet you 93% of the, there has to be some percentage like that that's like, they listen to you count down things and played Minecraft at the exact same time, like, over 500,000 hours a week for like 3 years.
Neat.
I hope when you die, there's like some super Google you can use.
Dude, they'll
can
have
learn
a
all these
super
crazy
Google to
stats.
impersonate me while I'm alive. I'll live to see that. I don't plan to kill myself anytime soon anyways.
I didn't ask you to. But if that's the road we're going down.
In case you find me dead, of course. I like
If you
everybody who
find
says
me
that
dead
winds up
today-
dead.
I know, if you find me dead today, I, Brian Shickley of Sound Mind, would have been murdered.
And then within like 2 hours, you're fucking dead.
You know what? At least
It's like
at
the
least I got
Bloody
to the
Mary thing,
goalpost.
but with the government.
Bloody pension, bloody pension. I dated multiple girls that were afraid of Bloody Mary. Like, just don't. It's just to err on the side of caution. Do not ever say Bloody Mary into a mirror. I don't care if the lights are on or not.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which I guess makes me an asshole. But I would. go
Nah,
to a
you should have
mirror
put a
and
speaker in there that like starts chanting it
Yeah,
while she's on the toilet.
it's a good idea.
She's like, I just had breakfast. I'll be right back. Okay. And like, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. You hear the toilet flush and just screaming. Hell
I really
yeah.
like Candyman. Candyman, the very first scene with Candyman in it is still genius.
My favorite thing about bathroom pranks is that like you stand the risk of them falling down and hurting themselves in such a horrific way by like going, ha, I scared you. You end up
Yeah,
like the
that's true, you're
Starbucks
both-
guy who like sat
You're
on
gonna
his
grab
balls.
the towel rack. Yeah, you're gonna grab the towel rack and like hurt yourself.
You're like, yeah, slip and grab onto the hair dryer and fall into the bathtub and and be like, I got you.
Haha.
Idiot.
Stupid.
Fooled you again.
Just your life is a series of humorous misadventures.
The misadventures of Boss. I'm trying to come up with a misadventures name for the Starbucks guy who sat on his balls, but I can't come up with one. I failed.
Johnny No Nuts in the big tight toilet seat.
There you go. Johnny No Nuts is a good one.
Flat Stanley. You remember Flat Stanley?
Yeah.
Flat Nut Stanley.
Mr. Balls and the amazing, the amazing catastrophe, the amazing catastrophe of Mr. Balls. Perfect.
You went from 3D to 2D art.
Keep on going now. Clear and yellow, you got juice there, fella. Stangy and brown, you're in Cider Town.
clear him, Yella. We can heal him, fella. If it's tangy and brown, go to Doctor Town.
Diabetes town.
I was just thinking about if you sat on your nuts and it's clear and yellow.
Oh, I thought you were making fun of diabetics. My bad.
No, but that's funny too.
It was clear and yellow. Your blood sugar's all right, fella. If it's tangy and brown, you're in diabetes town.
If they're round and nutty, you can just go to the doctor, buddy. If they're
That's a bit too many words.
if they're crushed and flat, well, I guess that's that.
I don't think I understand what you're saying because it's too convoluted now.
What's the rhyme for sitting on your nuts?
It's a good question.
If they hurt, then there is no work. But if they're crushed, I guess you're fucked.
If you crush your nuts, you got reason to fuss. But if you didn't smash them, you gotta, I don't know.
It's like a meat wad.
I didn't say we had to rhyme everything. That's not a rule.
Flanders has taught me well. You don't want to be a paraplegic.
I still got it, baby.
All right, Hellbent, I must depart for my job now.
No, you don't want to watch more?
Yeah,
Actually, no, I'm sure you would rather, actually, than go up there right now.
If you paid me and gave me health benefits to watch this at that rate, I would totally rather.
Health benefits on the internet. That's hilarious. I think the only like health benefit you might get is like a free coupon for like one of those scam services like BetterHelp.
Oh man, even BetterHelp would still cost like $100 a session.
Yeah, here's some uncertified therapy from some psychopath, and you get a 5% off coupon.
This guy wrote his own
$50.
book and he staples it by hand.
This person joined in specifically to get you to ruin your life. They think it's funny.
There must be someone out there with a fetish for ruining people's lives. He's like the worst.
Brian, that's Twitter.
Around. Oh yeah.
That's the entirety of Twitter.com.
My girlfriend left a dish out. Well, you better leave her then.
You should hit her in the back of the head. Yeah.
What the fuck are you going on about?
Well, you know, cancel culture. I don't know.
We didn't. Yeah, I'm just saying we don't have to take it to a place.
That's more of the Reddit response, isn't it? It's like my wife deleted my Nintendo Switch save. Well, you should hit her.
If your wife deleted your Nintendo Switch save, you're already.
I'd laugh. I had to laugh. That's really that's fucking mean but hilarious.
And the person you love does things just to hurt you specifically.
My retort for that would be like, well, gotta unlock all that shit again. Go watch me play video games a whole lot.
You bought me 50 more hours. Not talking to you.
Now I gotta play it again. Oh no. Not that. That's my least favorite thing is to play it again. Now you gotta go down the slide a second time, idiot.
That's stupid.
I win that one.
Advantage me.
Bigger punishment would be to like. Now I can't think of anything you could do video game wise to punish me. They're video games. At the end of the day, it's just a toy, right? So
I was gonna say
if I'm playing a video game
I've
and
seen,
something in the video game means more to me than life itself, then that's always been a sign of me to put it away and like move on to something else.
Every relationship video I've seen where like someone's girlfriend smashes their Xbox, I've sort of been able to now in my mind compartmentalize it as like, all right, that's only like 4 days of work to replace.
Yeah, it's not like they smashed your secret diary.
Well, even then, I was thinking of the worst thing you could possibly do to me right now, and the answer would be flood my house starting from the top floor and destroy all the photos I've been working on, right? That's about it.
Yeah.
So anyway, don't ever do that.
I think it would be infecting me with the AIDS virus. That would probably make my day a little harder.
Is it worse when they tell you during or after?
I don't know. I was thinking more like a syringe gun by like a secret agent. Here's your mission, Mr. Bond, if you choose to accept it. Wait, I'm getting the wrong. It's Mission Impossible. Right? I forget.
I don't even. All right, that was the warning label. I gotta go. That was the warning alarm. Bye.
Hell yeah, time to work, Brian. You go get him. You kill him. the you know, the work that is. There he goes. What do you want, Michael? He wants to eat poop, doesn't he? Yeah, of course. Okay, fine. Where'd he go? You can't ask for something so specific, then go hide. There he is. Oh, we may as well watch. You notice you get ads for being a medical person? Well, that ain't me running them. I ain't making no money off that. Cool, he's gonna die. Well, that's okay. We can heal him. All I had to do is let him eat his own poop and he'll do whatever I want now. That's just how the world works. Ooh, my day's pretty good. You thought I was making money with the ads? I'm not. Oh no. I think the ones that like start at the beginning, I make like fractions of a penny off of probably. Which ritual is better, Lust or Wrath? I mean, I like Wrath, it's more fun, but Lust is probably like better, like overall. Who is this gonna be? Ooh, my ribs are fine. Ted Bundy, fair enough, yeah, sure. Ted Bundy. Perfect. That was a good collaborative effort there. Or as asked, what's my passion in life? Relaxing. I like the Lethal Company dance. Yeah, I like the Lethal Company dance too. My primary goal is to live a full life and spend a very large majority of it relaxing and enjoying it, which I think is a pretty reasonable thing, a reasonable and achievable goal. That shouldn't be so hard, right? I guess to it, you gotta ask yourself how much you want to be responsible for versus how much, well, it's like responsibility versus freedom. The more responsibilities you have, the less freedom you have because you're occupied. Freedom may be a bit of a wrong term for it, but like, how do you balance that out, right? Well, what do you want in life? Do you want to run a business? Do you want a family? Do you want to make art? Do you want to, you know, do a 9-to-5 and retire someday? Do you want to, you know, all that? Too many variables, but you got to balance it out for sure. Now, which makes you happy? I don't know. It differs between people, but I like to think that humans aren't meant to just ceaselessly labor 24/7 forever. At a minimum, you know what I mean? I think there are some boundaries at least. Oh hell, that shit! You're playing Atomic Crops, Purple Drink. I remember that game. Your farming might is godly, your peasants before your carrot yield. Oh yeah, it's a good indie game. Yeah, had like an epic exclusive launch, which hurt it a little bit, sadly. And we're basically out of bones, which is bad. But we'll have some bones in about a day. You know what makes you happy, Brandon? Good. What makes me happy kind of changes as time goes on. It's never just one thing. I guess you can tell as how I play my games, I'm kind of more into a variety of things. That isn't to say there aren't my staples, things that I, you know, stick to, but outside of my comfort zone, which we all have, I do think that getting out there and experiencing variety is really important to keeping yourself sane. Gives you a better perspective on things too, much better than you get off the internet. My followers don't need all their ribs. Yeah, let's take one. There we go. That'll be mine, thank you. Yeah, and you know what makes you happy hobby-wise or whatever does not have to be a grand thing. I feel like people betray themselves sometimes. There are folks who feel like if they don't do something huge like, you know, have their own TV show or own their own thing or this or that, that they can't possibly be happy unless they succeed. But I know a lot of those people would have been happy just like, you know, having a house and like just this job they go to and just forward, back, relax in between, you know. And whatever, you know, other tiny things they do for themselves. Some people do have happiness from within and they can find it within their, you know, hobbies and desires. Sometimes it's just taking a fucking nap. I'll just clean up after the fucking baby. Brian's gonna die. Good night, Cobalt. Uh-oh. Come on, it's so close. Everybody's sick. I have to plant everything. I guess I do have to plant everything. I may have misinterpreted how automated this whole thing actually is. Uh-oh. Well, at least not literally everybody's sick. That's good. If I don't have enough Camilla to help them, they're probably gonna die. Maybe I can buy some, but or maybe I could cure them somehow. I don't think I can. Might as well try to unlock everything. Good to see ya, me. Barbados was powerful. Oh, that's cool, Chelsea. Hell yeah, this is a church. Yeah, I don't know how to help these sick guys if they're not gonna sell me the flowers. I guess I could go on an adventure and find them, but by the time I get back, they're gonna be dead anyways. Oh, rainbow turds coming in clutch though. All right. I do got the Taylor Whalen. But I think I'm a little low on resources here. I'm gonna have to try to save these people. Yeah, bring on the old people. That's fine. Uh-oh. I don't have nearly enough flowers to save everybody. Oh, okay, I'm just not depositing enough seeds, I guess. All right, if I deposit it, it'll do it. All right, that's on me. Got it, got it. Okay. Give me a minute to remember that. What are jobs in the cult like? Working on the farm or worshiping the cult statue? One or the other, I think. Trying to. Oh yeah, Ooh doesn't have anybody, do they? And if they do, no, they do. Ah, it doesn't matter. Ooh, you're this now as well. I think there may be not enough. No, there's enough beds. Okay, I was wondering why they're sleeping outside. I think they just pass out before they can get in. How many chatters do I have in my cult? That's a good question. A lot, probably like 40 or 50. So it's just about everybody. Brian was neglected for a day. Oh no. This game's pretty relaxing on the town side. Eat the baby, that's probably something we could do. You cannot eat the baby, unfortunately. They thought that through. Which is a good thing. A good thing they thought that through. I applaud them for remembering that. That's a good thing that they... You can't do that. No! Oh, Baltimore, you started this and now you've gotten injured. Who's behind the crate? That was Zeke. Ooh. Cool. Beefalo skeleton. What am I doing again? I forget. Oh, yeah, hold on. Yeah, sure make outfits, but what was special event? I do not understand. I'll put it right here. Fiction's fine. I do understand why people would be upset if I made like Has-Been Hotel, but for like India or I forgot the name of the religion. I'm sorry. I'm not very religiously versed, but like I get it. You'd be right to be angry about it if you felt that way. On the other end, I don't care. It's a TV show. It's so... I don't think an all-knowing being would be harmed by a television show. Hinduism, sure, any of them really. Like, despite the fact I'm like, oh, you know, whichever religion, they would all very much hate that. Or if I made like a Doom game based off of Hinduism, a Hinduism Doom would kick ass. But then you'd have like people that go on hunger strikes because of the game, right? And then people would die, and they'd just be like, well, if you release this game, I'm gonna, you know, stop eating. It's like, oh, well, all right. So you just don't make the game, right? I mean, that's just how it is. But you don't get Gandhi in Clone High Season 2. Someone will just stop eating because of it. That's fine. It's, you know, it's a form of protest that's effective. Because, you know, the cartoon isn't more important than a human life. They got you there. So, you know, you just gotta avoid it. Thank goodness for Christianity, or else we wouldn't have any of this kind of stuff. Really, it's a celebration of Christianity when you think about it, because it's the only religion that, you know, will tolerate and allow this kind of thing. Which means you end up seeing more about Christianity than the other stuff. Zeke's dead again, no! But, you know, I wouldn't blame some, like, Christian person for being angry at this, though. I mean, that's fair. Game still has a right to exist, don't get me wrong. But if somebody's like, oh, hey, I really don't think it's fun to take my religion and do that, that's fair. That's a fair thing to say. Although this one doesn't expressly say Christianity, it does have some crosses and stuff. Where's Baby Brian? I don't know. I think I saw him like playing with a plastic bag somewhere. Yeah, he's gone. I guess he died. There he is. I think Japan does it with Shintoism. Don't they got like, what do they call them? I don't know what they call them, but I seen it. They have the sticks with the zigzags. I don't know what it is, but I've seen it in cartoons. I've never seen a cartoon about Jewish people, not unless it was like done on Newgrounds or something. 2014's only 3 weeks away. Fuck yeah, Burble Drink. I can't wait for PlayStation 4. PlayStation 4 is retro. And play your old games like The Last of Us 2 and Doom Eternal. I like retro games like Doom Eternal and Halo 5. Look, if they had a game like this, and instead of crucifixes, they had a bunch of Star of Davids, people would be so fucking pissed. That's all I'm saying. That's hardly fair. Oh well. So you get like the Greek gods, Christianity, maybe Mormonism, but that's just Christianity with some other funky rules, and atheism, I guess. Those are the 4 ones you can have. It's kind of like the enemies that you can have in a movie. It used to be you could have like the, Arab bad guy who's like, ooh, I'm Arab, I'm scary, aren't I? Now we don't do that anymore. Now we're back to Russians. But we did have Russians in the 80s. But now we're back to Russian guy being bad guy. And I guess sometimes America guy being bad guy, because that's a way safer thing to do. Huh. That makes the prospect of writing for a movie sound awful, doesn't it? Imagine you have to write a James Bond movie, right? And you're like, well, here's the main villain. I thought about him real hard. His name is, Ricardo, whatever. And it's like, no, you got to make him Russian. Okay, well, we made him Russian. We did this, that. And next thing you know, you're just writing the same movie over and over again. Asben Hotel did have voodoo symbols in the pilot. Cool. They took those away. They're cowards. Preach the sermon today. Damn. Oh, I did a sermon at night. Yeah, no wonder they didn't like that. Wait, what? I think that may be a bug. Oops. Yeah, none of the buttons are working. Hell yeah, we killed the game. We found a crash. So I guess if you do exactly what I did with my game save and then hold down RT, you'll get the game to the point where it'll allow you to escape like you would in a dungeon in your own town. And when you escape in your own town, apparently it just kind of hits you at a end here. I think they need to program it so you can just get out of this window. It might be cheaper than fixing the whole glitch together. I don't know. Where's that? We did it, Chelsea. We did it. We broke the game. Thank you, Sister. I kind of don't want to have to like close my program down and go back. Probably just going to go to sleep now. We were getting near 1 in the morning. I have to like, call it here. That's 2 hours and 20 minutes. I wish I streamed more tonight, but it's just kind of one of those nights. But we will be back tomorrow as we always are. So, yeah, that's going to be it. I don't feel like going back and doing stuff, and I'm done. I'm going to go make some dinner and lay down and get some sleep, then get up and go to work. But we will see you tomorrow for something. What it'll be, I don't know. But it'll probably be longer than the past 2 streams were combined. But hey, if you didn't see it, there's a clip show for the... Oh yeah, that's just a clip show though. That's repeat. That's not new content. Oh well. What are you gonna do? I guess you'll just have to catch me tomorrow. That is how it is. Have a good night. Thank you for watching. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for clicking like and all that. We'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good night.